can just start the homework, just from our side. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the word from Rimrock, Arizona. Udpala coming to you live from near Rimrock. So I'll just introduce the class. Are you ready with your homework, Venerable?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we're gonna do another class now. For those of you who want to stick around, check it out. We're gonna pre-record, and we will air this class on Monday for those of you who would like to see it then. So let's jump on in.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
I don't want to make it completely.
Oh, and words class will be after this. Okay, so right word, is that still going to work for you?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
So just a note for those who are recording, let's do the clap now so that everything that's come before this moment is not part of the recording that's played on Monday, or people might get confused. So welcome to Interlude on Emptiness, the quiz on our last class. If you recall, we are still in the land of the mind-only school. And we got to some quite juicy bits, but I tried to make the quiz as non-painful as possible. So one section, KJJ was talking about how we have to be careful as Dharma practitioners who are reading works from different Buddhist philosophical schools' points of view, that when we come across certain phrases, we need to keep in mind what the phrase means to that philosophical school. And Geshe Michael frequently says, you know, what hat are you wearing? So, and he used a couple of examples, but if you could talk about, in a general way, how the phrase Rangsen is considered by the Sutras, the second philosophical school, and by followers of the consequence branch, the ultimate point of view. So let's start with the Sutras point of view. How do they consider the phrase Rangsen?
Something that really exists, like a functioning thing, which is an expression and like a changing thing, manifest. Yeah.
Archetype.
This is a great question.
Yeah, so it's as opposed to a Chitsen. They consider Rangsen as opposed to Chitsen, an archetype. Now, so what do those who follow the consequence branch of the middle way school, how do they consider the phrase Rangsen?
It's a description of the type of thing we deny, Rangitseni Kudrupa, a thing that could exist by its own definition.
Excellent. Thank you so much,
Which
Ben.
Doesn't exist.
So it's the gakcha. It's the very thing we deny, the impossible thing that doesn't exist, never existed, and never could exist. So two very different ways of taking that phrase. So now
Awesome.
jumping to KJ started talking about the three turnings of the wheel again, the three turnings, and he talked about two wrong ways of thinking about why the Buddhist teachings are divided into three turnings, and one correct way of thinking about why they're divided into three turnings. So I'm not sure you're going to get these in the order that I've got them in my quiz, but just in case, let's just start with the division is not related to
Three baskets.
Speaking of,
it's not three baskets, but that's not what KJ brought up.
Also speaking of not getting it in order,
in his life.
I'm sorry, what I heard a voice?
Periods of time in his life.
Right. But in order to show that one, I have to show the one that we haven't yet mentioned. So I'm going to wait and show you that one in a second. What's the other thing that was mentioned that is not a correct way of thinking about why the three turnings are divided into three?
Collections of students or different locations where the teaching was.
Right. How and why students in attendance were collected and periods of the Buddhist life. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with those things. What does it have to do with?
Contents of the teaching?
Right, the subject matter or the lack of a self. On what authority does Caleb J make this claim?
I'm guessing the Buddha said it somewhere.
Yeah, where?
In the sutra.
Which one?
In Nirmachaya, what I
Oh
really
yeah,
meant.
that was my guess.
There we
yeah.
go. Very good. Shakyamuni Buddha himself in Unraveling the True Thought, or also known as What I Really Meant. Yay,
Cool.
so it's kind of an easy quiz, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Yay, that's what I want. Celebratory noises.
But also useful.
Okay, good. I suppose there's no word that means in name only. Well, there's more than one, but what's the one that we talked about last time?
Mingsan.
Sensan.
Oh yeah, Xuanzang sounds familiar.
Not that one.
I
I should have done it the other way around. Sorry. Tak pa pa. Tak pa wa.
Takpawa.
It's fun to guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. What does yi ni mean?
Two minds.
Doubt. Oh, that's cool. Oscar
Oh
said
yeah,
doubt.
doubt. Good, Oscar.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Nice.
I could not hear you.
Nice.
Say,
Measure.
Measure.
Wrong idea.
as opposed to say ma, just say is an idea.
Say min? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yay. Translation.
The choo-choo train.
Yes.
Choo choo.
Let me get rid of my quiz on my now. Sorry. Can you see?
Yes, thank
Uh-huh.
you. You can zoom in a little, probably.
Okay.
I mean, for those with eyes.
It's like then I have to be across the room in order to read it.
Oh no. You got to get special glasses for that.
I'm not sure the glasses would do it. Okay, so remember what we're doing is we're talking about the three turnings of the wheel and the fact that the three turnings of the wheel, that the Buddhist teachings are divided into three based on subject matter, and that subject matter has to do with selflessness, right? Dechir, sungrang yimpala korlosung, kangrungi do yinpe makaki, sun du chewani, soy wang du chepe. Wow.
Okay, let's look at it. Therefore, just because something is a teaching of Lord Buddha does not necessarily mean it is sutra of one of the three turnings of the wheel. Division into three is distinction. Yeah, good. The only suggestion I have here, and by the way, they what was the teaching that he gave as an example of? Generally, we say Lord Buddha's teachings all divide into one of the three turnings of the wheel, right? And
yeah, he gave. Oh,
well, the discussion here is what defines the three turnings of the wheel? Is it historical periods in Lord Buddha's life? Is it subject matter that he was talking about? And he says here there were certain teachings that
are not.
they don't. they don't fit into the three turnings of the wheel. And the example he gave was
He gave two examples. One was the tiger and his cubs, and then the other was about the monks' robes and how they should be worn.
yeah, and he said that doesn't really fit. That they should be circular. That doesn't fit into any of the three turnings of the wheel. Okay, so what he's done is to say there are certain ideas about the three turnings of the wheel that are wrong, and there are certain teachings that don't fit into the three turnings of the wheel. And the three turnings of the wheel should not be explained as the earlier, medium, and later part of the Buddhist life. Well, then how do you define the three turnings of the wheel? And this is where we're going. Why is such a big subject at this point in his text?
We're about to go to the second turning of the wheel.
Yeah, or the debate between the second and third turning of the wheel. Second turning of the wheel, Heart Sutra, Diamond Cutter Sutra, all the emptiness teachings. Third turning of the wheel, the mind-only school. We've been in the mind-only school. If it's the last turning of the wheel, shouldn't it be the best? And, there's a lot of questions that come up. So he's throwing in a discussion about the three turnings of the wheel, which I am really happy about because it means he's getting out of the mind-only school. We'll go to something familiar. All right, next, who's going to read the next paragraph? Venerable
I'll
Upala.
just read it. Yang kachik pakpat sung ki wang chuk gyalpu shupe dole rikipu perna di tate norbu ken kepa norbu pongwe su lepa shepa de norbu rinpoche rikne yang suma dakbe norbu rinpoche langte len. I don't know how to pronounce that.
The V is silent.
Len say chu nunpu pangte try rewe youngsu
Good.
chongwa cheto.
Okay, good. By the way, in these philosophy books, sometimes you get a very nice vacation and they talk about some sweet metaphor or they tell you a story like the magician's story or something like that. So this is one of my favorite parts of this book because it's just kind of a story. And sometimes I miss reading a book and hearing a story. So these books are so hard, unrelentingly hard. And then suddenly there's a nice story. So here's a story for you. And it's a nice vacation, actually. Okay. Kachik means somebody's going to make an argument, right? Someone comes along to protest good. And they're quoting the Exalted Sutra of Questions by the King, the Lord of Dharani. Okay, good. Okay. Shupendo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Requested by this king. Yeah, Shuva. O child of noble family, it is, for example, like this. A master jeweler. Or a gemologist, actually. Norbo Ken Kepa, a master jewel master, not jewelry necessarily. Norbo Jong with Sulepa Shepade. They know the way to this Jongwa is not just, it's like the Jong in Lojong. It doesn't mean just to clean the jewels, but it means to, what do you call that? Like when you have gold pan and you go like this and the gold comes out.
Sifting, extracting.
Extract. It's kind of extract, but we'll see why. We'll see what it means. They take a Jongwe Lepa shape, but no Rigne. They take a Yongsu Madakbe Noble. Madakbe Noble.
Completely
Like, completely. It's still rough. The point is, it's a rough gem. Okay, it's still not cut, and it's still in its form as ore. Okay, unrefined gem. Say again. Crude gem. Yeah, crude gemstone. Yes, but they long day. Yeah, they pick it up. By the way, Normal Rinpoche Rik means this is a very important word because it is of the class of a precious jewel, but it's not refined yet. And this word class, Rik, is very important in Buddhism. Why? It's a synonym for Buddha nature. Okay, when you say type or family, it's a synonym for Buddha nature. And that's exactly what they're talking about. Okay. Everybody has the unrefined gemstone in their heart, but you're gonna have to process it to get the real gemstone out. You see, I mean, the whole section is about processing unrefined gemstones, which means teaching people. What's the topic we're in? What's the general topic we're in?
The three
The
terms.
three turnings of the wheel. Now you got to start cooking in your mind. Why is he jumping to this conversation when he's supposed to be defining the three turnings of the wheel? Okay. Why is he getting off onto refining jewels? Okay. It's a beautiful segue by Kedubje. Okay. He and Gyaltsabje and Tsongkhapa especially, they tend to do this kind of thing. Yeah, so Lensa is acid. Okay. Yeah, and Lensa does mean salts, but here it means mineral salts, meaning like an acid, a kind of acid. Okay. Lensa literally it means super salty bitter liquid. Okay, which is the old word for acid. Okay, they take some kind of special acids. Shu numba has a very sharp. This is the word for sharp blade, sword or knife. But when you talk about acid, it means like super powerful acid, like nitric acid or something. Okay, so numba, when you're referring to acid in the ancient books, means what do you call it? Very strong acid. Okay, corrosive, strongly corrosive. Okay, numba means that. Then say chu numba bangde. This must be Zhang, okay? And by the way, we have a second read. I gave you guys a second version of the story, so you can check it in the second version. But this must be SBY and not SP, okay? Zhang means purify, like Changchu, okay? Zhang, probably, okay? Jai Rewa, here Rewa means hope, right? But the same sound, you have to tune into the sound. RAS means cloth. Milarepa. Mila is a kind of white cotton. Re means cloth. And Milarepa used to wear a loincloth made of white Indian cotton. So this Rewa is an ancient spelling for cloth. Ja means horsehair, or it means Ja means hair, or in general. So rough cloth. What do you call it?
Coarse.
Yeah, very coarse cloth, like what you use on your dishes. Those. Yeah. Okay. It means like that. Yongsu Zhongwa means there's the Zhong. Okay. Yeah. You have to purify it. Okay. What? The rough stone, the rough gem, and then you have to take a cloth with. You have to take acid. And then you have to take a bristly cloth. And we use pumice in the gemstone industry, or we use hard minerals to polish it, okay? So you polishing cloth, all right? Okay, good, keep going.
That was all you asked me to do.
Oh, okay, all right. Nice. So far, so good. And again, I enjoy having a break from this heavy philosophy. Of course, they always bring it back to the philosophy. Where are we? I gotta go to another place. Hang on.
386 is what we just did.
These are the things I'm working on. Interlude. There we go. Okay. Okay. Share. Share this one. Let's do this one. Okay. And we'll put you guys up here. Oh, no. No. I don't know how. Okay. Why is that not working, Rob? Oh. Nope. Usually you can just grab it.
It's weird.
Yeah. How about I go out again and come back? Okay. Hang on. We have technical difficulties. Let's do this one. Okay. Let's see if this works.
It's weird.
How is your health, dear Geshe Michael?
How's my don't ask.
Okay.
I am supporting many doctors. Yeah, I'm just gonna work around it.
There you
Oh, okay. Why it worked, I don't know. Stanley has magic fingers. Okay, so then okay. Yeah. He's actually using this text from the database. So I'm gonna go to the database text, okay? And we'll come back to your text. It's the same thing, but it's the original, okay? So can you start? Who would you like to read the big letters from here, Venerable Utpala? Dene.
Venerable Chunzam, are you here?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Danchu Senpei Chuki Chamchuki
Oh.
Ngelpo.
Okay.
Sheja
Sure.
Shejawa Nkodi de Nidu Ndupa Yurte Ndupa de Chondende la Dikeche Soto.
Okay, good.
Chondende.
Yeah. The Chadrasambichuki Wanchuki Gyalpa, the king of the lords of the Dharma of the Bodhisattvas, okay? This person who was named that was in that core. Here, core means the audience surrounding the speaker. Okay. Dupa means he was included there. He was sitting there. Dupa, nowadays in colloquial Tibetan, Dupa means is. Ko Yapadu. He's a nice person. But in the ancient language, Dupa means to sit. Okay. So he was sitting there in the audience. And he said the following words to Chomdende, to the conqueror, okay? Oh, Chomdende, who's gonna read Venerable Utpala? I'm gonna push
That
it
was
down
very
so we get,
short, Venerable Chunzam. If you could continue, please.
okay, let's do it this way. Okay.
Riki Bu Ndita Te Perna Do Norbu Ken Kepa Norbu Jongwe Chuga Shintu Shepa De Norbu Rikle Jang Wama Shepe Norbu Rinpoche Langne Bultok Gi Chu Nyongpo Trute Kad
Good.
Nyakpula
Char, Chanapo,
Nga, Chanapo, La, J,
La Wei.
La Wei,
Good,
Yidor, Jawe,
good.
Yidor, J, Kyang De Tsangi, Sun Unju, Yun Mi Chuki.
Nice.
Thank
Okay, so
you.
this is the original source for the conversation that K-Dupe J is gonna have. And if you can read the original source, you can read his version of it. Okay, I prefer to read the original source. Okay, this, I mean, normally it would be Lord Buddha addressing someone and would say Rikipu. What's that mean? O child of noble family, which often means bodhisattva. Okay, O Rikipu, O child of noble family. Ditate means what, Utpala?
It's like this.
Yeah, here's how it is. Okay, here's how it is. It means you're going to start an example, actually. Fair enough.
For example,
Yeah, Norbel Ken Kepa.
a gemologist.
Yeah, okay, good. Or a master jewel guy. All right. He Shintu Shepas the Choga.
He really understands the word that I always forget.
Ritual.
How you clean.
Well, nowadays, Choga means ritual, a ritual. And by the way, when it's in a two-word word, when it's part of a two-word word, they call it chok. So don't get confused. Choga means ritual. Chok as the second syllable, like jangchok. What's jangchok? Jangchok is the prayers for the dead. Jang means to clean their bad karma. Chok means ritual. So when it's a second syllable, it's chok. When it's by itself, it's choga. Okay, so don't be confused, all right? It also means, confusingly, to allow somebody to do something, okay? Dro chogiina, may I be excused? May I leave? Dro chogiina, may I leave? Okay, so confusing word, okay?
Again, in this context, is it more like the process than like a ritual?
I had to clean my mom's house out. It was 100 boxes of stuff. I actually got a hernia doing it. So it means another operation I get to go for. But I decided to clean out my house before I reached that point. So I'm giving away all my stuff. Here's a nice Vajrasattva for Tatiana. Okay. Yeah, heavy. Okay, good. All right, I'm just gonna do that today for fun. Joey Choga Shinto Shin De Nobu. Yeah, so here it's interesting is the source of the word ritual, which means method. Okay, that's like Druptap or sadhana. When we say the word sadhana, it means a method to reach somebody. So here's the ancient meaning of choga. Like 2,000 years ago, choga doesn't mean ritual. Choga means the method for refining a gemstone. Okay, so here you see the ancient meaning of choga. Okay, choga for jonga and norbu. What's that, Utpala?
For purifying a gem.
Yeah, or to refine a gemstone. Okay, choga. Shepade, he's the guy who knows how to do that. He takes a piece of norbu rik. We talked about rik just now.
He takes a piece from the collection of gemstones.
Yeah, but here it means like that family, meaning unrefined. Okay, it's that type of stone. It's not refined yet. Ore, O-R-E, ore. He takes unrefined ore. Okay, rig. Okay, and it hasn't been jangwa yet. It hasn't been refined yet. Okay, and he picks up. By the way, they're already calling the unrefined stone Norbo Rinpoche, a gemstone, a gem. They're already referring to it as a precious gem. Okay, Rinpoche means precious. Okay, and nowadays they refer to high teachers as Rinpoche, or abbot of the monastery as in Rinpoche. By the way, they had prayers at my monastery yesterday for my mom. And when they do that, they often do medicine Buddha. And they hand out these special, this for Dennis, okay, and Marina, okay. These are special medicine Buddha things. If you're ever feeling down mentally or unhealthy, give one to her. Yeah, same thing, okay? But they've been energized by all the assembly. 1,500 people did the press. So if you're ever feeling down mentally or you're down physically, take some in hot water. Okay, take a little bit, then stretch it out. Okay. Bulldog, yes, bulldog, spelled T-O-G, is the modern spelling, and it means mineral salts. Like, what do you call that when you put in a bathtub? Epsom salts, yeah, Epsom salts. So here it means acidic salts, strong acid salt. Okay, and you put the rough stone in that. Okay, and then you mix the salts with
Water.
and it should be nimble, acidic, strongly acidic. What do you call it? It's like
Corrosive.
super. You finger in it, you're corrosive. Your finger disappears. Okay. Okay. True means to what? Do you guys know? True.
Clean or wash.
Yeah, you wash the stone, you bathe the stone in this acidic water. And then you use lawa is the ancient word for re.
Cloth or
A
rag.
Cloth. Yeah, a rag made of chanakpo means a very rough black hair, like horsehair or something, okay? Chidorche. Chidorche.
Clean it up, like sweep it up.
Yeah, chidor means to refine something or clean up something. Okay, that's still used nowadays. They still use that word chidor. Okay, chawe, chidor che kyang. What's the kyang mean usually? Either also
But.
or but. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They work hard to clean the rough stone, but they samgi tsundu gyun michu. This chu is the chu in Dorji.
But
But he doesn't cut off his efforts.
Yeah, they don't discontinue the flow of the effort. They tsam, just by doing that, they go further. It means they go further. Are you getting a sense of the three turnings of the wheel here?
Starting to.
Rosa. Deeply blessed, long life. Buddha, small Buddha, inside. Maybe gold, I don't know. Okay, anyway. All right, they don't stop there. It means they don't stop there. Okay, keep going. Who's gonna read Utpala?
I would like, please, Claudia, are you available? Okay, I waited the 3 breaths. How about Anastasia? Either one.
Oh, me?
Sure.
De octo ngulchu nompo tang chepe chute shindang nam chu chidorche we chidorche do de zamgi kang zonru gyumi chode.
Nice reading.
Nice, thank you.
What you guys know Nguchu Dharmabhadra? Lama Quicksilver. Okay, so Ngulchu means silver water. Nguchu means quicksilver. It means mercury. Okay, which in the ancient times was considered almost mystical. Nagarjuna messed around with it a lot. Supposed to help you with what's that's called? Alchemy. Okay, highly poisonous. Don't try it. Okay? It will kill you. Okay, don't be stupid. Every time I say that, somebody goes out and buys it and tries to drink it. Okay? It's very poisonous. Okay. So they take acidic. Numbo again means here sharp, meaning acidic, quicksilver, and they true the stone.
And
They
clean.
wash it. They bathe it in acidic quicksilver. Okay. Then they take shing. They take a piece of wood, they rub off the rough edges of the stone with the piece of wood. And with nambu. Nambu is another ancient word for cloth. Okay, they use rough cloth and rough pieces of wood to chidorche means scrape off the impurities from the stone. Okay, chidor, they do that. They samgi tsundu miche.
But they don't stop there.
Yeah, this was from my teacher's funeral. All right, I like to give that away. You and Stanley. Okay. I think there's two of them. Something. Yeah. All right. Chun mi chite. Who's gonna read next, Utpala?
Oksana, would you like to read?
Oh, she's gonna do oak. I get it.
Okay, I waited 3 breaths. Svetlana, would you like to read?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
De uktu ang men chen poi ku we tru the rev drama chi dur che we chi dur che du chi dur che te norbu ching ui rik dang drel ne we vai duria
Induria.
vai
By the way,
duria
to say Ben Duria. Ben Duria. They would pronounce it Ben Duria. Okay. All right. After that, they take the kua, which means the juice. It can also mean semen. Okay. They take the juice of men chembo, means the great medicine. This is the men in Menla. What's Menla? Medicine Buddha. Okay. So they take the great medicine. Great medicine is a word for aconite, which is a particular nasty plant. Okay. And it's very poisonous, highly poisonous. So they take the juice of a great plant, which means the aconite. Okay. They wash the stone in that. Okay, chute. Then they take a chamore.
A finer
Chamo
cloth.
means
Cloth. Yeah.
a very soft cloth, super soft. Chamo means soft or fine, very fine cloth. Okay, and they chido, they shine it up with this plant acid, plant juice, and then chido means they polish it up again. 3rd time. You get in it? Yeah, 3rd time. Chido chete. Then that takes the Norbu Chingbu. Chingbu means, by the way, there are books of gemology in the Tengyur, in the miscellaneous section. They're very interesting. Chingbu means crystal, rock crystal, which in gemology is considered cheap and, like 40% of the Earth's crust is Chingbu. Not very valuable, but beautiful. Okay, so they take rock crystal, and that tells us the rock crystal. It separates out the rock crystal, and what you end up with is Vaidurya. In Sanskrit, it's Vaidurya. The Tibetans say Bendurya,
Lapis
which is
lazuli.
Lapis lazuli. Yeah, you get lapis lazuli, this beautiful blue stone. Normally, you can only get it in certain canyons in Afghanistan. Okay, we offered a medicine Buddha statue to our sponsor, our translator sponsor, made from a boulder of lapis, about this big, extremely rare. And if you turn the statue upside down, I think it's at the college, you can see the boulder. You can actually see the boulder under the, sticking to the bottom of the metal. They built the metal around the boulder. Then they carved the face. So that's called Vaiduria, which is lapis, which in ancient times was extremely valuable. Okay. All right, and there's a little definition of aconite for you. Who's going to read next, Utpala?
Tracy, would you like to read?
Thank
Oh,
you.
this one for
Rikipu de Shindu de Shin Shekpe Yuma Dakpe Semchen Gi Kamrigne Mitakpa Dang Duk Nyel Wa Dang Dakmepa Dang Mi Dukpai Chungwar Njurwe Tamki Nkor Wala Nyampar Ka we semchen nam yi jungwar je pakpe chu ndulwala njukpar je do.
Lovely, thank you.
nice. That represents turning the wheel of the Dharma, by the way. Conch shell. All right. Which means you should. Ricky Poo. Yeah, Ricky Poo means, oh, child of normal family. Oftentimes it's a bodhisattva. Okay. Oh, child of normal family. They should do in the same way as the cleaning of an unprocessed gemstone. The Daishin Sherpas, the Tathagatas, they take Semchens who are Yongsu Matapa. Yeah,
They take living beings who are, what did we say? Unrefined, totally unrefined.
totally unrefined. Okay. Rough stones, very rough stones. Okay. And they understand their calm. Yeah, and that's the one that means what's your future or what's your passion or something like that. They understand, they see the person's calm. And then they try to yin jung down at the next last line. Yin jung is the same as ngenjung. Yeah, same as ngenjung.
Renunciate.
Yeah, they try to give them renunciation. Okay, so this is an ancient form of the word for renunciation. Why? Why are they giving them renunciation? Because these people, Korwa la gawa.
They love samsara.
Yeah, they're having a good time in samsara. Okay, they enjoy samsara. Okay, and they teach these people about mita, dungyo, dongba, dangme, for the four principles. Okay, number one, everything is mitapa.
Everything is changing.
Yeah. This one means impermanent. You can translate this one as impermanent. All things are impermanent. Your life is impermanent. Your job is impermanent. Your arm is impermanent. Okay, mitakpa. Everything is dungyawa. As a adjective, is suffering-ish. Okay, all things are dangmepa.
Selfish.
Yeah, nothing has any of its own, and everything is dunya. Sorry, midukpa. Midukpa means unbeautiful, not beautiful.
Ugly.
Okay. Yeah, ugly. Gross. Okay, so they try to talk to people about why samsara is not so nice. Okay, this is the first part of the washing the gemstone. Okay, teaching them about the nature of samsara is the first washing of the gemstone, and that sounds like the first turning of the wheel. Yeah, Lord Buddha started out with this kind of stuff. He didn't mention emptiness really. He's just mentioning how bad the world is. Okay, trying to get Say again?
Talk to me.
Well, yeah, lightly he mentions the lack of self, but it doesn't mean emptiness in that context so much.
Okay.
And it's definitely not, it's only one of the 16 aspects, for example. Okay. Yi Jungwache, trying to get them to get renunciation. And he's trying to get them into Dulwa. Yeah, into the glorious Chidulwa. He calls it the Arya-ish Vinaya, which is a nice, that's a sexy way to talk about Vinaya. Okay, the Irish, not Irish. Arya-ish. Okay, not Irish. Probably it's the same thing. Okay. Who's gonna read next? Utpala. Oh, did I? Okay, it's Monday today. So I want to tell everybody about this great book that we just finished. Rosa got this book, book bound by hand. This is a book that's for our sponsor, one of our main sponsors. By the way, there are 3 sponsors for Seiji's work as a translator. 2 of the sponsors are from Austria. And they asked me about 8 years ago if I could translate a book about correlations. And this is one of the, so I finished both of the famous books about correlations. One is All the Kinds of Karma, which is there, which is the classic 2,000-year-old presentation on all the correlations. Correlation means do this, get this. Okay, so this is the classic source 2,000 years ago. Then there, 1,000 years after that, there's a super. 1,000 years after that, there's a super. We're fixing our screen here. There's a super presentation on correlations from Dharmarakshita given to Atisha before he went to Tibet. And we finished it recently in 850 pages. Here's the second volume. And this was hand-bound. Rosa got it done in a rush. And it's a very beautiful hand binding. And it's going to be shipped today to Asia, to one of our main sponsors. And we'd like to thank him. And then Seiji is, and Seiji's sending copies to his 2 sponsors in Austria. And I'd like to thank them. One of them is not feeling well nowadays, and I hope it helps your health. Okay. Let's go back to the text. Come on. You guys get up. Okay. Yeah, please read. Oh, who's going to read?
Rebecca, are you here? I have a feeling you are.
Oh, she's trouble. She's on retreat in Nepal, I think, or something like that.
I don't know. I occasionally get messages. So, oops. Let's see. How about Maria? Nestorov?
Te sam gi deshin shekpa tsum dru gyun mi chu cheng de ung tu dongpa ni tang tsen ma me padang munpa me pe tem gi deshin shekpe tsu kong du chu par chido.
Excellent, thank you.
Nice. Okay. De Tsamki means they don't stop with just that. Tsam means just. Like Semtsam means mine only, for example. So Tsam means just that. They don't stop their tsundru.
Their efforts.
The Buddhas don't stop their hard work. After that, they teach the person. By the way, what did they teach them in the last sentence?
They taught them
Denial.
about impermanence.
Basically the four Arya truths, which is the main subject of the first turning of the wheel. And then and the very first turning of the wheel. And then they start teaching them about Dongbani and the fact that nothing has any senmas,
signs,
natures or signs. And then the fact that nothing has any mumba, which means prayer, like Munlam Chemo is the great prayer festival. And these are code words for the three doors of freedom. Yeah. Okay. These are code words for the three doors of freedom, which are basically emptiness topics. Okay. And he says, with this kind of talk, dam, okay, with this kind of teachings, they try to get them to Kongjichu, means grasp the way Buddhists exist, meaning their emptiness, okay, with the three doors to freedom. Three doors to freedom is a very important subject in Buddhism. It's very confusing. Nobody understands it. We understand it. We have great writers who and I took a footnote from what we do with these books. When we finish a book, we take all the footnotes and we put it in a database. It's like an AI database. And then those footnotes become the raw material for footnotes of the next translation. So every time we finish a book, this book has like 500 footnotes. Then those footnotes become part of our AI database for the next book. And then that speeds up the translation. But it depends on people like Utpala making sure that all this footnotes, now that the book is done, the footnotes and the bibliography go into the AI database and we don't have to redo it. So the translation, if you notice, we've been speeding up. Books have been coming out faster because we can build on the work we did before. But that means we need clean footnote database and a clean bibliographical database. But it's time for this latest book's footnotes and bibliographies to go into the database. And it has to keep going or else I have to do it over again. Okay, so here's the footnote that's so useful, I think. You want to read it, Utpala? I don't remember whose book it came from.
The door to freedom of emptiness itself. Traditionally, three doors to freedom are presented. The door to freedom called emptiness itself, the door to freedom where nothing has any quality, and the door to freedom where there are no wishes for the future. These refer respectively to the wisdom which perceives that nothing has any present essence of its own, that nothing has any cause which is real, and that nothing has any result which is real. See the clear presentation of this difficult topic by the great master of the Great Saramay Tibetan Monastery, Khedra Dargay.
Yeah, I don't know why they said great twice. Probably somebody likes him. Okay, great. Okay, good. I mean, sometimes I like to be loyal to my roots. Okay. By the way, they wrote a very beautiful letter to us recently. Okay. Yesterday. So the three doors to freedom are emptiness topics. And he's describing the second washing with I don't remember which was second. Was it the
we were using a different kind of acid.
Yeah.
And a finer, a black cloth. Black rough.
Yeah,
cloth.
a medium, it's probably a medium cloth and a medium acid in the second turn of the wheel, okay, or maybe something like that, okay. Now, the third one, Venerable Utpala is going to translate herself. Okay, this paragraph here, can you translate by yourself for next time? I think. Right?
Okay,
we're almost done. Yeah. Oh, Well, you want to finish this third one? They say we started a little bit late, so I'm up for that. Okay. Why don't you read this one, Venerable Utpala, because it's your last paragraph here.
Okay. Detsang ki kyang deshin shepat sindru gyun mi chuk ki de ok tu chir min dok be kor loi tam tang kor sung yang su dak be tam ki semchen de dak de shin shekpe yula zi do.
Yeah, okay. Here's the formula we had twice already. Yeah.
They
This
don't
is the
stop
second
there.
time. Yeah, they don't stop there. They don't stop there. They don't stop with the second turning of the wheel.
They continue their efforts.
Yeah, so by the way, if you were going to philosophize at this point, if the division into the three turnings of the wheel does not relate to historical periods of Lord Buddha's life and does not relate to the particular students he had at that time, what does it relate to?
How things are.
Yeah, or refining students, refining the minds of, okay, it's interesting. And that he's asserting that this is by the way, the sutra is asserting that this is the basis of the three turnings of the wheel. Further acidification of the student's mind. Okay. Okay. De octu means after he finishes the second turning, okay, the second acid, Chirmin Dokbe Korlotam, they give the student teachings about the wheel which never stops, the wheel which doesn't turn back. And in general, there's a principle in Buddhism called Chirmin Dopa, which means you don't regress after that. You can't regress after that. You keep going forward. And there's another teaching, a related teaching called Korsum, the three spheres, which is giver, gift, and the giving itself. For example, these are all empty. Okay. Korsum Yosadakpitam, how the three spheres are pure, which means empty. Okay. This is the fine cloth and the light plant poison compared to acid and quicksilver. Okay. Semchen Dedaki Deshishepe Yula Zudo. Zu means to shove somebody into a place. Deshin Shepe Yu. Shoves them into Buddha paradise.
Oh, into the land of
Buddhas. Yeah, with the third turning of the wheel, shoves them into paradise. Okay, that's kind of cool. There's a sutra called Shirman Dope Korlotam. If you're interested, you can read this part here. Okay, and I got some more my own notes to myself here, because I was looking for your acid story and I finally found it. So here's where, I think on your own, Venerable Utpala, here is Kedupje's version of what we just read. Okay, he uses some easier words. Like here's Belki Lawa, which means a woolen cloth. Or he uses more current words, current in the 15th century.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is pretty much our modern words. All right. And he goes through the whole description again. All right. This is Kedupje's rewording of the sutra we just read. I thought you might prefer the original. But here's the same expression. For example, he doesn't give up his effort. Okay. The sutra says, Sundu Yonsu Machupa, he doesn't discontinue his effort. Here it says he doesn't give up his effort. Like that, there's small differences in the reading. If you're interested, Utpala, you can read through the differences. Okay. And I don't know what you want to do. This, to me, it would be something we would add in an appendix. We would use Kedupje's version in the book itself, And then in the appendix, we would use this. We would say, if you want to read the original of the sutras here, if you want the real names for the acids and all that. Okay. I don't know. Do you,
So I should go through at least 394.
well, what I'd like, the thing I would really like you to translate is 394. So go, what I propose is you go through Caleb J's reading of the acid process. You tell us what words he changed or he updated for his audience. But then this 394 is where we connect it to the three turnings of the wheel.
Okay, great.
And that's the punchline. So you get to do the punchline.
Okay.
Okay. And I think that's going to be really fun to do after struggling through the acid and all that. Okay.
Let's hope some of it, deals
Yeah.
with refining my mind.
Okay. We got one more job today, which is last week was Adam Andrade's birthday.
Yay.
And we got to do Adam, are you there? I don't know if you're there. I can't see all the people here. He might be babysitting. Huh?
Climbing a mountain.
Climbing a mountain with his baby. If Adam's not there. Okay, Ben Kramer, would you like to choose a number for Adam between 1 and 400?
307.
You got that mystical look. What's the number?
307. 307.
All right, here we go. This is a prediction for Adam's year. I guess he's 25 now.
I heard 16.
Oh, okay. A child is born in eastern Tibet. A great sage nearby named Dundur Rinchen comes to where and offers gifts, comes bearing gifts for the child, the newborn child, including those kind of pills I just gave you guys, which are, in this case, Manjushri pills. Okay. And here's the important part, I think. At the exact spot where the child was born, a white sandalwood tree springs up. And on each of the leaves of this tree are pictures of Buddhas.
Oh.
And on some of the leaves, you can see the mantra, Omar Batana di 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 di. Okay. Yay. That's the famous tree at Kumbum. And Boom means 100,000, Ku means images of a saint. So the place itself was named from the tree. And the monastery was named from the tree. The tree is called Kumbum, 100,000 images. Okay, cool. Very important place in history. So maybe you're supposed to build something. I don't know. You got to figure that part out. Okay, see you guys on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Geshe Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys on Monday, but
Mama was.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
We'll see you in 15 minutes or so is what is going to happen.
Like, yeah. Okay, word. Have a good class. Don't cause trouble.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la.
Give a hug to your 3 babies, your 4 babies. Okay.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Nick. See you guys.
Thanks, Nick. Okay, thank you so much, Geshe. Thank you so much, Fenrir Upala. That was wonderful. I really like stories once in a while. And strange ancient words that